Welcome to another Game Nexus Mame review. Today we'll be looking at Shock Troopers on the Neo Geo MVS hardware, which was released in 1997 by Saurus. One of the strange things about this game is, even though it was released on Neo Geo MVS, it was never ported to the home console, the Neo Geo AES, so it never received any console releases. This was the only release it ever saw. So let's get right to this. That tells you all of the way how you can fight and everything. You have the Lonely Wolf and team battle dynamics here. Let's just show you the team battle right away. The team battle, you get to choose 3 characters, and you can quickly swap between them. I'm going to choose the jungle route here. The biggest gripe I have with the team battle dynamic is that when you die, you know how in like a game like Metal Slug you have to choose your character again? Well, you have to choose all 3 team members again with very tiny portraits like the ones you see in the upper left corner right now. And it's just annoying to have to do that every time you lose all your lives. I mean, couldn't there be an option to keep the team members you had in the first place? But as you can see, this game has an isometric view, and in my opinion, it's very much like Metal Slug, although many of you might not like that comparison. It just has this thing where you basically get to get different weapons that you pick up, and you have your default gun, which is, of course, is a lot better than the gun in Metal Slug, which is just like a pea shooter, but in this game it's more of a machine gun. And each character in this game has their own type of bomb, which is a little different from Metal Slug, of course. Here's the heavy gun, which the only way it's different from the standard gun you get in the beginning is that it shoots a little faster. And if you hit your D button, you change to your next character. The biggest problem I have with the team battle mode, except for the whole having to select your character at each continue, is that all 3 characters share the same life stream. Which, the biggest problem with this is that the whole idea of a team battle dynamic is that, like in King of Fighters, you would save the character for like maybe the boss battle and use your like weaker character or the character you weren't so good at in the beginning. Because in King of Fighters, they all had different life bars. Whereas in this game, where everyone shares the same life bar, the only real advantages of having multiple characters instead of one is that each one has a different grenade. Like, see this character here, she just throws this big fire grenade. Then I go to the next one, and she shoots this missile, which is kind of cool. Then the next guy here, he has these little explosive shots. But as I said, all of those points are pretty moot when you have to share the same life bar and you all die at the same time. One character dies, you all die. It would have been kind of cool if one character died and somehow, like in some games, you could like bring them back to life if you earn enough points or something, but that would not be the fact in this game. So in that aspect, I feel that the whole idea of a team in this game is a bit broken. So usually when I'm playing this, so I don't have to select the characters every continue, I usually just do the Lonely Wolf mode, because like most games, it's just easier to do that way, and you don't have to worry about switching between characters or anything like that. See, so in Lonely Wolf mode, you just have to insert your coin, go to Lonely, and just select one character, and you're all done. And of course, the good thing is, if there's a certain stage you're better at with a different character, you can select a different character at the next continue. It's not like you have to play the same character the whole game. Although that would have been a nice feature as well, not having you select it every continue, but it's one of those things. So a player doesn't get bored right away with the same character. Let's select this character here. Now the default gun here actually does pretty well when it comes to shooting multiple enemies. They're trying to get their dead away, but you can actually stop them. But they're bad guys anyway, so it's not like they have feelings. Oh wow, that looks like the Crusher Blast from Blaster Master. Okay, now going up here. I always hate when games demand that you go somewhere. It's like, go, come on. You're holding up the game. We have other things to do here. Explosive barrels. They're just so awesome. That's one thing I think is kind of weird in some games. When you're walking along for a little while and there's no enemies. Oh, watch out for the big tank. Rocket launcher. Okay, let's get back to choosing our character. Oh, those blasts take a lot out of your life. Just gotta make sure you throw your bombs at the right spot so you can actually damage the enemy a lot. The regular gun doesn't seem to do a ton of damage. Oh, those are coming from the back. I was gonna say, where did all those missiles come from? He's kind of like shooting something like, oh wow, now he's got all kinds of missiles. That's one thing I think is kind of cool with some bosses, is that they will start doing different things when they start to get weak, which is a pretty cool dynamic in most games. As you saw toward the end there, when he started to get weak, he started blinking red like in Ninja Turtles. But this is a kind of cool thing you'll see. Between all the rounds, you'll have a story scene, which actually sheds a bit more light on the story of this game, instead of just being some randomly gunning guy who shoots everybody, or a girl in this case. But there's more of a story aspect here, and it just feels a little RPG-ish, if you will. So you get to see what's going on, and there's all kinds of big story events. And if I were playing that team mode, you'd see all three of my team members on the side here. And this stage is really cool. You get to ride a motorcycle. Another thing that's a little difficult here is you have to kind of be steering and directing your shots at the same time. But it's not too bad. And when you throw your grenades here, they throw the direction you're pushing, so you have to be going forward if you want to throw them in front of you. Yeah, the motorcycle went back and she just totally fell. Well, that's Shock Troopers on the Neo Geo. This is a great game, very enjoyable, especially if you like shooters and isometric games. So I definitely recommend you check this one out, and this has been another Game Nexus Mame review. I shall see you later.